Hey guys, it's Pelli. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So earlier this year, I uploaded a video that's been getting some good feedback. So I thought, why not do a follow-up explaining the 90s supermodel era? I will say since that video, my editing, researching, and voiceover skill has gotten a lot better and I have learned so much in the process. In this video, we will explore the 90s supermodel era. Timestamp is in the video description below. Please check out the 90s supermodel playlist to find out what happened to your favorite supermodels. I'm also working on another what happened to 90s supermodels, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned if you're interested. Without further information, let's get into the video. It is said that the term supermodel was coined all the way back in the 1890s, and usage of the word slowly rose during the 1940s. Many credit Lisa Alfonso Grives for being the very first supermodel. During this time, the line between supermodel and celebrity was often blurred. In the 1960s, modeling agencies were being established as fashion magazines and the overall interest in fashion became mainstream. Today, models like Twiggy and Jean Shrimpton are considered one of the first few supermodels, being style icons and trendsetters for their times. Later in the 70s, fashion became more accessible to people, and dress codes were relaxed. Many models were able to make modeling a full-time career and sign a lucrative deal with exclusive brands. In the 80s, the model war started as modeling agencies and models themselves became more business-minded. The model wars was a battle between the already established modeling agency, Ford and Wilhelmina, and the up-and-coming new agency, Elite. They would offer models more money and deal, resulting in models jumping back and forth from agency to agency. Throughout the chaos, models became supermodels. The new agency Elite, which was founded by John Casablancas, took inspiration from the elite Hollywood system where they would control everything about a star, their life, their look, etc. He was an expert on public stunts and knew how to manipulate the press. He wanted his models to be celebrities, and he did that by creating public interest and marketing them as crossover stars. Ford and Wilhelmina would lose many of their top models to Elite, but would gain supermodels of their own. Casablancas will hold the Elite Look of the Year modeling event, where supermodels like Cindy Crawford and Tatiana Patisse started and later signed with Elite. Well-known supermodels like Linda Evangelista, Claudia Schiffer, and Naomi Campbell were all also signed to Elite.
I want to be very sincere. Models, they are very, very important. And believe me or not, when they are very well known, when they are great star, and especially they have this sort of beautiful way to walk, a beautiful way to move, a beautiful way to look the audience, they make your dress look like $1 million dress.
During the early 1990s, high fashion supermodel dominated the world of pop culture. It was the pinnacle supermodel era. They were starting to replace movie stars as symbol of luxury and wealth. They made television appearances, landed movie roles, featured in tabloid, spotted at the trendiest spot with the hottest celebrities, in commercials, signed exclusive contracts, graced the cover of magazines, on billboards, and worked for top designers who fought over them.
It was just when you take control of your life. I mean, I do a book, I do a calendar every year, I do a lot of presentations with Revlon all over the world, media tours. And some girls just don't do that. I think just some girls don't really care about it as much. They're not as passionate about things. It's interesting, you know, you have so many possibilities, why don't you take them?
Just because no one's done something before doesn't mean that you can't do it. For instance, what I've really tried to do is I never say no to something unless I have to.
Welcome to House of Style.
I would like to be that open to all opportunity, because I think if you just open yourself to everything, you know, chances are some good things are going to come and some bad things are going to come. But if you're closed off, nothing can get in.
Supermodels were very newsworthy as well, receiving more press than natural disaster, athlete, and the president at one point. Being a supermodel was very appealing. You were famous, beautiful, and rich while seeming to have the easiest job, leading to a large percentage of teenagers around the world choosing modeling as their dream career. The supermodel helped define their era with their beauty and influence. Linda's short haircut started a major trend. Naomi would influence brands and label on casting black models. Kate would help define the heroin chic look that was a big part of the 90s, and Cindy Crawford and Christy Turlington changed the American girl perception from classic blue-eyed blonde to girl-next-door brunette. British Vogue would feature 5 supermodels on the cover of the January 1990 issue. The cover instantly became legendary. The same supermodel would be cast in George Michael music video for Freedom 90. And soon after, Gianni Versace would stand 4 of the supermodel featured in the video down his autumn-winter 1991 catwalk, lip-syncing to the song. These moments were era-defining, making a huge impact on pop culture. In 1992, for Vogue's 100th anniversary special, US Vogue featured 10 supermodels on their cover, and later at the end of the 90s, for the November 1989 issue, featured 13 supermodels. These covers spotlighted who the supermodel were and who would come to embody the term for many years to come. During the mid-90s, the supermodels were in such high demands that the press, the fashion industry, and the general public all started to resent them. The press nicknamed them supermonsters. The fashion industry saw them as too expensive and hard to work with, and the public during that time wanted something fresh and different. That something fresh and different was grunge. Grunge was rising throughout the 90s, and it was different from what the high fashion model was used to because it was all about replacing the graceful glamour that the supermodel were known for. Helped pushed by an indie rock band, it was a relatable street style that was careless and anti-commercial. The excessive use of heroin in the grunge genre would create heroin chic, the aesthetic characterized by pale skin, dark circle, and a very skinny body. Kate Moss became the face for heroin chic, but the quote aesthetic will receive ton of criticism. Many condemned the look. BBC will air an expose on Gerald Marie, who was a top executive at Elite Modeling and previously married to Linda Evangelista. The New York Magazine reported that he was caught on camera making plans to seduce very young models, and other footages include drug sale to a teenager by a Maryland staff member, the pimping of models in Milan, and the expression of racist views by other elite executives. These controversies rocked the modeling business and the fashion industry. This causes the perception to be that the industry is controlled by predators, they promote drug use, unhealthy body standards, an unrealistic way of living, and the models to be snobby divas. The supermodel were deemed to be over at the start of the late 90s, as movie stars, musicians, and other entertainers started to replace them on the cover of magazine and ad campaign. Some have even said that designers started to make sure models didn't become bigger than their clothes, and the agency began having better control of their models. A healthier look was desired after Kate Moss' heroin chic moments, ushering Brazilian models like Gisele Bündchen to be the face of the changing beauty standards. Fashion was also changing during the new millennium. Teen-inspired clothing, the Y2K aesthetic, and punk fashion became very popular as teen pop stars started to dominate pop culture. By the end, the term supermodel was filled with mixed connotation, as supermodels themselves ventured into many different fields. Victoria's Secret Angel became the new version of the supermodel during the 2000s. That being said, the supermodel will be discussed and referenced years after. The term is still in use today for various models, but it doesn't have that impact like it did in the 90s. The 90s supermodel will receive countless tribute. For example, on the cover of the 2011 Harper's Bazaar UK, the 2014 September issue for Vogue Japan, and at the Versace Spring-Summer 2018 show. We can also see some supers make a cameo on the runway from time to time. The presence and influence is still felt in the industry, and gave countless models a template to base their career off of. In conclusion, who created the supermodels? I like to think it's a combination of the modeling agency, smart marketing, photographers, designers, and the supermodels themselves. It all came together to create the phenomenon. So who were the supermodels? The supermodel era didn't begin in the 90s. There was definitely well-known supermodels way before that, but the 90s supermodel are the ones who truly came to embody the term. So much so that they would be cited as the original supermodels by both the press and the public decade after. The big four include Cindy, Linda, Naomi, and Christy. How did the 90s supermodel era end? By the mid-90s, the press, public, and even the industry got tired of the supermodels. To just sum it all up, they were overexposed. Fashion was also changing and there was a different look. Designer also wanted it to be about the clothes, not the models. Versace was one of the only designers who truly embraced and celebrated the supermodels. Their impact is still felt and their legacy lives on. So that's the 90s supermodel era. All the information provided in the video is from articles and documentaries. Link will be listed in the description box if you want to know more. Also, get excited because the Supermodel docu-series is in the work with Apple TV. I really hope you found this video informative and entertaining. Please comment below your thoughts, question, or correction you may have. Like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more fashion related videos. I hope you have a great day and keep living that fashion life. Thanks for watching. I'm Pelli and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!